Let's talk about it. Trump signs executive order banning trans men from competing in women's sports. Let's get into the clips.
So the Women and Girls in Sports Act passed today, and we got some very, very upset women. So what women would be upset at an act that protects them in sports? I'm glad you asked. It looks like it's those far left extreme women. Those same women hold up signs, protect women rights. I can't make this up. What isn't protecting women in sports, protecting women rights? Well, I guess we back to that same question. Define a woman. Well, Congress spoke today, and the act specifically tells you who is and who is not. I know you are upset because it goes against your friendship with the rainbow community. I'm here to tell you it will be okay. Pipe down. They can still be in sports, just their sports, not ours. Thank God we're coming out of Mr. Rogers' land of make-believe. Although I'll take Mr. Rogers over these last 4 years in America. God is speaking loud. Let the church say amen.
My thing is this: do I believe that biologically born men should be competing um, in women's sports? My answer to that is no. But I don't see what such the big deal is about this whole issue. The solution is very simple. Why not just create a category where, you have trans men who identify as women, they have their own class of sports, own category, and they compete amongst themselves, and everything is fair. I mean, it's not fair for a man that's, biologically born a man to be competing against women. It's unfair. I mean, that's why you have men and women's sports to begin with. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments below about it.
Everybody, thank you. You know, if you'd like to gather around me, I think I'm going to be okay. Come on. Come on. Secret Service is worried about them. If we have to worry about them, we have big problems. Okay, do you want to do this? Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens, okay? You ready? What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature, because this is a big one, right? Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
God bless you, Mr. President.
Pretty good, huh? Okay? Good. Now you're going to go out and win those events, right? Nice to see you all. Great going, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you, kids. Here, take a pen. I'll give some of these out, okay? Take the pen, take the pen.
Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about this executive order that Trump just signed into law regarding, again, trans men being prohibited from participating in women's sports?
Saying is that males should not be in sport for females. You can still compete in sport against people with the same biology. And what I would like to see happen is that we have a female protected category, which is what actually all of the candidates for the IOC now is also saying that they will do anyway. And then I would like to see an open category, maybe replace the word male category, which means that anyone can go into that category and identify however they like. And if that makes them feel more comfortable and that is the way we need to go forward, then let's do that. But we need to make sure that we protect that female category. Otherwise, women will just not have the opportunity to win anything. And it's already, as I mentioned, much, much tougher for female athletes than it is for males when it comes to opportunities.
Again, I'm spot on in agreement with what she said. Again, having an open category where anyone can compete, no matter, what you identify for, but to have biological men competing against women is clearly unfair and honest. Like she said, women are not going to be able to win anything. And that's the whole basis of why you have men's sports and women's sports to begin with.
It sounds like we're going very, very backwards. And for it to be 2025, we haven't really gone that far forward. So I'm terrified. You know, in my lifetime, I saw gay marriage legalized. Every right. I can see all of them being repealed, and a lot of people in danger.
Like, people died today, and we need to remember that, because that is huge. These announcements and these policy changes really affect people on a deep level that I don't think most cisgender people understand.
I wish I was surprised, but I mean the hostility that not just this incoming administration has, but honestly this country has had for gender nonconforming folks and trans folks is systemic. Like it really didn't surprise me, but it did absolutely piss me off and upset me.
Again, my take is, I mean, I have no issue, whatever you want to be, whoever you want to be with, that's your own personal business. Again, but as far as the sports aspect, we have to keep things fair and keep things on a level playing field.
More men need to get involved in preventing trans women from competing in women's sports. I recently attended an event called Our Bodies, Our Sports, where several female athletes, current and former, talked about their experiences competing against trans athletes. You wouldn't believe some of the stories. One girl who was a volleyball player got spiked so hard in the head, it gave her a brain bleed, and now she has permanent paralysis on her right side. Several of the girls were forced by the NCAA to share a locker room with a 6'2", fully intact male. And what makes it even worse is the current president is amending Title IX to make sure that this continues. Men, you should care about this, especially if you're a father. Go check out Our Bodies, Our Sports and listen to it yourself.
Again, you don't hear stories like this very often in the media, but it's something that's happening on a daily occurrence. We all know biologically men are naturally stronger than women. So if you have a biological man, who identifies as a woman now and is competing in women's sports, that's an unfair advantage. And now you have situations where people are literally, women are being harmed permanently because of that natural strength. Again, like I said, if you want to compete, can have an open category where other, trans people identify and y'all all compete amongst one another. I think that's the fairest solution for this situation. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments below.
Everybody in my comments that are dissing me and saying, well, you're going to come in last, or, good luck to you, but you're going to lose terribly. Well, that's fine, because I would rather come in last place in every single race I do for the rest of my life than to take one opportunity away from a female competitor. And that's because I believe in fairness. I believe in equality. I believe that this is what fairness and equality look like, is males competing with males. So yeah, who cares? I'm still doing it. And if you can't see that that's what's fair, then I can't help you. That's on you. But as a trans woman competing with men, that's my birthright. I'm a male. That's what I was meant to do. That's what my body allows me to do, despite whatever hormones or any surgeries or anything I do for the rest of my life. That's my birthright, and I'm excited to do it. So hang out and stay tuned for more from an educated, clear-thinking trans woman.
Shout out to this trans athlete, and total agreement. Again, it just makes sense. If you're biologically born a man, it just doesn't make sense for you to be competing against women. You have an unfair advantage. Again, this is all about fairness, and it's all about making the playing field level and equal, so everyone has a fair chance to compete.
Ballot. How many of you are worried about biological men and boys competing against women and girls in sports? Just show me. That's almost that is the entire room. And I know you have a question.
I do. By the way, excuse me, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
It is.
Your question, your name, and your hometown.
My name is Linda, and I'm from Milton, Georgia.
Good.
But originally Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, wow.
I'd get that
Good.
in there. My question is, how do you plan on addressing the transgender issue in women's sports? I have 9 grandchildren, 6 of them female, all playing sports, and we are very concerned for their safety, not just on the field and the courts, but in their locker rooms as well.
Right. It's such an easy question, and everybody in the room, and you know that answer. We're not going to let it happen. You look, just yesterday, they had a volleyball match. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where a person that transitioned, okay? We have to be very careful because this can terminate your political career if you say it's slightly off, all right? But transitioned from man to female and was on a volleyball. And I saw the slam. It was a slam. I never saw a ball hit so hard. Hit the girl on the head. But other people, even in volleyball, they've been permanently, I mean, they've been really hurt badly, women playing men. But you don't have to do the volleyball. We stop it. We stop it. We absolutely stop it. You can't have it. It's a man playing in the game. I mean, physically, from a muscular, even if it was a little bit less, maybe they do all sorts of tests and drugs and everything else. Look at what's happened in swimming. Look at the records that are being broken.
So how do you stop it? Do you go to the sports leagues? Do you go to the Olympic
You just ban it. The president bans it. You just don't let it happen.
Thank you.
Not a big deal.
Again, he touched base with the volleyball example, like the earlier clip that I showed. Again, like I said, you have men that are just naturally stronger than women. So to have biologically born man competing against women, again, it's just unfair. And no one talks about the safety concerns because you literally have women who are getting hurt in the sport, on the field, because of this disadvantage. But let me know what you think in the comments below. How do you feel about this executive order that Trump signed banning trans male athletes from participating in women's sports? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.